Hey guys, it is Damak here and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're here for part 4 of my Formula 1 career mode here on the Codemasters game F1 2019. Now we're here in Shanghai for round 3 of the season. It is part 4 because I did the F2 bit at the start. We're here for round 3 though in China and we've got new goals. So we've got to complete 8 practice programs and 2 race weekends, which we will probably do anyway. The weekend preview though, we've got a lot of the soft tyre. And the forecast is dry. It should be dry all weekend unless there's a change. So even though we have 2 upgrades coming in Spain, we're going to get this upgrade, which is the improved energy store cells, weight reduction, and hopefully it'll help us. It should be here. There's a failure chance of 37%. It should be here by Spain. So we're here in practice 1. I haven't really shown any footage because I've just gone straight ahead with it. For the 4 practice programs that we've done, we've got a purple score. For the qualifying pace, I've just done 1 lap, just a throwaway lap really. I tried my best, I didn't get it, but I don't really have the time to do race strategy as well. So we're going to go in to qualifying now after doing these practice programs, and hopefully we can do better than our estimated qualifying position of 15th. So let's head in to qualifying.
Welcome to Shanghai, China, for what I've no doubt is going to be a fantastic F1 qualifying session.
So we come around the final corner now to finish our banker lap in Q1. It's been a very messy lap. Where does it put us on the grid? P16 with a 1 minute 35.1. What a messy lap that was, but just a banker. We're going to go out on a better one at the very end of the session. So we're coming down towards the final corner for our final lap here in Q1. We've run a bit wide, the back end's kicking out. We're about 4/10 up on our time. It puts us P14. I don't think that's going to be enough. I just don't think that's going to be enough to keep us out of Q1. As Russell goes P16, everyone's getting quicker times. I just don't think that we'll be able to. So that is the end of qualifying 1 here. Lewis Hamilton tops the timesheets ahead of Valtteri Bottas. Our teammate is in P8, but we get P16. We're out at the first hurdle here in qualifying, and we go out by 5 thousandths of a second to Pierre Gasly. If we were 5 thousandths quicker, we would have been ahead and in P15 and in Q2, but unfortunately not. We're about half a second off our teammate, and it's going to be such a hard race tomorrow. So let's head into the race. Hopefully everything can go our way and we can score maybe some points or maybe a high 11th, 12th. And that's just ruined my weekend now, so we've got to try work on from this.
It's time to find out which driver is up to the task of claiming the Chinese Grand Prix. We're here in Shanghai. We're here in the Yangtze River Delta today, home of the 16 corners that make up the Shanghai International Circuit. 54% of this 3.3 mile lap is taken at full throttle, and we'll be getting up to speeds of around 200 miles an hour, with DRS assisting the cars down the back straight before they brake into the sharp hairpin at turn 14.
So we're here on the grid for the Chinese Grand Prix. In P15, we've been elevated a place thanks to Danny Kvyat's penalty. Looking at the race strategy though, we're going to start on the hard tyres. We've decided to opt onto the harder compound instead of using the medium compound. We're going to start on the hards and we're going to lower the fuel down to 30.5 laps. We're going to head to the start of the race now. Hopefully we can get a good start. I think we're the only driver on the hard tyres as well. So here we are coming towards the start line. We're the only driver on the hard compound tyres. Hopefully the strategy does pay off. It's a bit of a risk because we qualified so low down on the grid. But we've got Perez in front of me. Well, directly in front of me. We've got Norris in front of me in position wise. We've got Russell behind me and Giovinazzi behind him. I don't think we're going to get a good start due to us being on the harder compound. Less grip. But anyway, the lights are now looming above us. Kvyat is now slowed into position. We've got 5 red lights. It's lights out and away we go here for the Chinese Grand Prix. A bit of wheel spin. Not as bad as their previous starts, but we're going to defend the inside from George Russell. We're 3 wide in towards turn 1. Giovinazzi's trying to go around the outside as well. He has done so. And now in towards turn 2. We're going to sneak up the inside of Russell. Try not to make contact with Norris. The Williams has pushed us off the track, and we're down to P17. This is a bit of a problem. We've got Kubica up on inside. We've fallen down to P17. We're on the slower compound tyres. But Giovinazzi and Russell are going at it. Russell dives up the inside and Norris as well for P14. They're going at it, but we've lost 2 positions. Hopefully we can get them back. Just need to get these tyres up to temp. Right, going to try to go around the outside. There's a bit of contact between myself and the Finn. He hits our left rear wheel. There's your yellow flag. What's happened here? Yellow flag here at the Chinese Grand Prix. There's a safety car on lap 2. Who has retired from the Grand Prix? It is Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen has retired from the Grand Prix. There is a safety car on lap 2 of the race. Feel bad for Max Verstappen. He's probably high up there actually. His teammate's in P3 right now, but there's a safety car, and this will bunch up the field for a few laps.
Power from the engine is going to be down slightly and showing some minor wear.
So minor wear on the engine. Have we actually lost a bit of our front wing? We're on a green front wing. Why are we on a green front wing? Did we make contact? I don't think we made contact with anyone. Maybe with Russell on lap 1. So here's the replay of the start of the Chinese Grand Prix with Sebastian Vettel on pole ahead of Hamilton and Pierre Gasly. But it was ourselves down in P15 who got the worst start of the whole grid. The wheel spin was immense. George Russell went up the inside, Giovinazzi around the outside. We were basically squished into turn 1. We tried to do the classic manoeuvre of going around the outside, but we didn't have space. Went up the inside instead, and we hit George Russell. Pretty sure that's when I lost a little bit of my front wing, and it is costing us a little bit of pace. The ICE is on 55% as Charles Leclerc, who was leading the race, has now come into the pits for an early pit stop. As Max Verstappen was climbing the hill after turn 6 towards turn 7, his engine just gave way. He was running in P4 and he was chasing after his teammate Pierre Gasly, but in the end it resulted in a safety car and a retirement for the Dutchman as he went round turn 8 and retired just at turn 9 on the inside. He's going to be furious with Honda after that retirement. So we've got to prepare to go racing once again, as I think Bottas or Hamilton, I don't know, there's a Mercedes leading. He has got the race back underway. We've fallen a bit further back from Giovinazzi, gone a bit wide on the exit of turn 16. But we're in P15 now thanks to Verstappen's retirement and Charles Leclerc pitting. Leclerc is battling with the Williams in the background, as he's made a double overtake, and now he's back behind me as Lewis Hamilton sets the fastest lap of the race. It was him that was leading, as Leclerc is right behind me now on the track. As Leclerc hits us once again, we get hit into turn 6. This time it's Charles Leclerc. We're losing time because of our front wing damage, but it doesn't help that we're getting smacked into turn 6 every time. So Charles Leclerc is on the back, and we now down the back straight. We're just going to defend from him. We're going to push him very far to the edge of the track, and then we're going to duck over for the braking zone. Charles Leclerc goes up the inside of ourselves into the hairpin, and he makes it stick. Leclerc is stuck behind the Williams of Russell. How is he stuck behind a Williams? Never thought I'd see that. So we're still behind Giovinazzi. Down the back straight, Leclerc is moving past the Williams, but we are on the back of Giovinazzi. We're unable to make the move as Leclerc goes up the inside of Russell. Round turn 13 we come, we go into the curb just a bit. We're in the slipstream on Antonio Giovinazzi. We've got the DLS, we move out to the inside. Can we also get George Russell down towards the hairpin? Yes we can. So we move a bit under braking there. We've still got the inside on Russell. We're just going to force him a bit wide, and we have done so. And we've taken P14 from the two of them. A double overtake there on the straight, and we've moved up 2 positions. still have that damage on the front wing. I don't know how I got it, but it's a bit annoying. It's slowing us down just a little bit. So I'm gonna try and repair the wing damage. I've put it to yes anyway. I don't know what they're gonna do, if they're gonna even touch it or not. As Bottas is on my rear wing now. He will have DRS. He might even be past me before the DRS activation point as he's coming towards me, in towards turn 14, the hairpin. We're just gonna let him go. If you would like to hurry up though, that would be great. Let's look at George Russell as we look at a replay of this double overtake. He had Giovinazzi behind him, and then Giovinazzi was in front of myself. Down the main straight, a double DRS on the both of them. I went to the inside, Giovinazzi went to the outside, and 3 wide into the hairpin. Probably just doesn't work. And we pushed Russell wide, Giovinazzi went wide, and we took the position. I think they're 3 wide behind me. I honestly think they are 3 wide. So we're coming into the pits this lap. Hopefully they change our wing. As the main guys go past, I've put the wing to yes, so hopefully they change it. Please. Oh, they're not going to change it, are they? No, they're just going to leave it. Oh, I love you guys so much. All I needed was a new front wing. I can't tell you that, but that's all I needed. And then I might have been able to get some points. But we're out in P14, we're out just ahead of Kimi Räikkönen, who is on the hard compound tyres. So is Alex Albon, who we've literally not lost that much time. We've not lost that much time at all, because he was right in front of me when he pit, and I've just come out right behind him. So I guess we've not lost that much time. So it's time to push on and try and get some points out of this race. We're in P14. Might be able to snatch some points if we can just push on these tyres. Compared to last lap, we are so close to Alex Albon. Into turn 1, we might be able to have a shot. Overtake mode is on. Up the inside of turn 1, we've just sent it on the Thai driver. He's using the switchback. He's there on the inside of turn 2. We've got him around the outside. We'll get the inside for turn 3. We've also run wide to that, but he's not going to be able to get past me, and we're up into P13. Next up is one of our rivals, Lando Norris. Hopefully we can be able to get him this maybe next lap or something. So we come on to lap 21. Grosjean is in the pit lane, and so is Valtteri Bottas. He's just come out right in front of me. Well, not right in front of me, but quite a bit in front of me. Hopefully we can catch up to him though. He's on mediums. Oh no, he's on hards actually, for 9 laps. That's an odd strategy for Bottas, but he's going to be rapid, so we're not going to be able to catch him. Down the back straight on lap 22. We're closing up to Bottas, who is closing up to Lando Norris. So we could have a battle next lap on the back straight. Down the back straight, we've got DRS, and so does Valtteri Bottas on Norris. He goes up to the inside and passes the McLaren into the hairpin. 6 laps to go, just about 5 laps to go. Now we've got the DRS on Norris down the main straight. We have overtake mode. Surely the Mercedes power is faster than the Renault power. Up the inside to turn 1, just like we did with Albon. There we go, on lap 24 of the race. We're past Norris. He's not going to try up the inside like Albon did. We're past him and into P11. Next up is Bottas once again. We're probably not going to catch Bottas. He's in P10. But down the back straight, we're behind Valtteri Bottas, closer than ever before. Norris has dropped off just a little bit. We've got the DRS on Bottas down the back straight towards turn 14. He goes a bit defensive. We're going to breeze past him up towards the braking zone. And there we go, we're up into P10 at the expense of a Mercedes. That is very surprising to say. on round 3. Bottas just hasn't seemed to have a good race today. Next up is my teammate Sergio Perez, and the game's just decided to... So we're on the penultimate lap of the race. We've got Bottas in our slipstream for the final points paying position. We've got our teammate up the road, who I don't think we're going to catch. Bottas is slowly catching on the straight, but into the braking zone he's unable to do anything. Lewis Hamilton wins the race here in China. We're on the back of our teammate Sergio Perez as we come into this DRS point here. Will we get DRS on the back straight off of Perez? I don't know if we're close enough to overtake him on the straight. We're going to put up into overtake mode anyway. We're running very wide onto the curbing. Do we get DRS on the straight? Yes, we do. I don't think we're going to be able to get Perez though into the hairpin unless we try something drastic. Into the hairpin, no, nothing has happened. And I don't think we're going to be able to get Perez. We're not close enough to our teammate to get him before the end of the race on the final lap. We're not close enough. So we've run wide, nearly lose the back end there. As we open DRS, we get P10 here in Shanghai.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Park Ferme.
Another point here today, but what could have been a lot more if we didn't have that minor wing damage at the front of the car, the front wing. But what can you do? Lewis Hamilton wins again. Another win for Mercedes.
Well done to the team at Mercedes. So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take top spot. A well-earned victory for Mercedes.
So Lewis Hamilton wins the Chinese Grand Prix ahead of Vettel and Pierre Gasly. I'm surprised to see Gasly there. Charles Leclerc on that 2-stopper gets P4. Butler, Hülkenberg, Ricciardo and Weber are the top 8. But then the 2 racing points finish off in the top 10. Sergio Perez just pips us to the line by 6/10. We just pipped Valtteri Bottas to the line by 8/10. I'm really surprised at that strategy. One driver from each top team. Well, Mercedes and Ferrari did a 2-stopper. It worked for Leclerc because he put under the safety car, but it didn't work for Valtteri Bottas. The only retirement today was Max Verstappen, and Dani Kvyat finished dead last after his penalty. So Lewis Hamilton stays at the top of the standings by 9 points ahead of Sebastian Vettel. Charles Leclerc and Valtteri Bottas fall back, as does Max Verstappen. Pierre Gasly finally gets some good haul of points there. Perez is in 7th with 16 points. Ourselves, we're in 14th place on 2 points. Mercedes stay on top of the constructor standings as well by 7 points ahead of Ferrari. Red Bull fall back a bit, obviously due to Verstappen's retirement. Ourselves, we're joint on points with Renault on 18. Haas have fallen down to 6th place with 16 points. The only 2 teams yet to score are Williams and Toro Rosso. I forgot to mention Lewis Hamilton gets the fastest lap, so he gets the extra point for this race here in China. So we're just behind Sergio Perez by 1 point in the rivalry, and we're ahead of Norris by 1 point. So we're going to get this durability general maintenance one. It increases durability of all engine components as well as the gearbox by 10%. We're going to get that. It should come in for Azerbaijan. There's no failure chance for it, so that should be good. So guys, as we end off round 3 of this 21 race season, there are the standings. You can hardly see myself. I'm there in P14 on points with Kimi Räikkönen. Anyway guys, please like and subscribe for more of my F1 2019 career mode. They will be coming out more frequently. I'm starting getting into the habit of recording all of them again. So thank you ever so much for watching. Please like and subscribe as I've said before. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time.